Hello, I'm Kelvin Boston. On this special edition of MoneyWise, hip-hop legend Russell Simmons. With an empire worth nearly $500 million, Russell Simmons is considered the guru of hip-hop music and urban style. Simmons and the hip-hop culture he represents influenced the music, dress, style, and worldview of millions of youth and young adults around the world. But Russell Simmons' life, work, and vision are about more than just business and music. He is interested in changing American culture. Some say he already has. You'll learn why in my discussion with Russell Simmons. Now, let's get money-wise. Russell Simmons, the godfather of rap, has helped bring hip-hop culture into the American mainstream. The self-made multi-millionaire achieved his success on his own terms. He turned a $2,000 loan from his mother into a $500 million empire. That empire includes a home in the Hamptons, a $14 million estate in suburban New Jersey, complete with 11 bedrooms, a personal chef, movie theater, indoor pool, meditation room, and rare crystal chandeliers. In the mid-70s, Simmons promoted dance parties featuring upstart rap artists. It was one of his life's defining experiences, leading him to drop out of City College of New York and to stop selling fake cocaine on the streets of Hollis, Queens. Simmons went on to co-found Def Jam Records, where he nurtured the careers of hip-hop artists, including LL Cool J, the Beastie Boys, Public Enemy, and Simmons' own younger brother Joey, who became known as Run of Run DMC. Later, Simmons sold Def Jam to music giant Universal for $100 million. We met up with him in his New York City offices and corporate showroom, where we talked about his work, his life, and his view of the American dream. First, I want to just thank you for being here and being a part of MoneyWise. Tell us first, in your own words, what is hip-hop?
Hip-hop is the name of the cultural expression that comes out of all the people, young people in America, not all, but a great number of young people in America who are living in struggle. And what I'm trying to say about it is that, like jazz or blues or rock and roll, there was a group that was locked out. It had no voice, but was always, influential, but, bought into whatever America sold them. The difference with hip-hop and jazz and blues and rock and roll, it hasn't sold out, even after 20-some-odd years. It's still an honest expression from people who have been locked out.
Let's talk about the naked truth, I think is what you have described hip-hop as. What should conservative Americans think that they don't? Or what should they know about this?
Well, my job has never been to convince people that hip-hop is something that they have to buy into. In fact, those who outside of the community, the hip-hop community, which is 80% non-African American and is a great part of almost the whole of young America, those people who are locked out, we want them locked out.
In many ways, you have lived the life that you represented in terms of dealing with some of the harsh realities of being American.
That's what you do in a place like Hollis, Queens. If you went outside the house and you went to Hollis Avenue, again, you went to the #1 block, distribution block for heroin and for crack, and it was a big place to sell drugs and be part of it. So it was even like a natural part of life growing up to see those things and even participate.
Now, you say you were lucky in the fact that for a while you were in the drug culture, but you didn't have the major incidents that some of people had.
I was just very, very lucky. A lot of friends have had, bad experiences selling drugs or using drugs even and going to jail for extended periods of time. So that was the reality in our community. Again, I was very lucky.
To get in and get out without being
hurt.
Yeah,
I mean, I think I was arrested one time for selling pot when I was a kid, expunged it from my record for having, whatever. So, but the point is, I was very fortunate to get out,
But what helped you get out?
I think a lot of luck. I had good direction. Of course, I had a good family. But just a lot of luck, you know. But also at some point, you see something greater for yourself and you go to work on it.
So many people, especially young people, do look up to you, and they are caught in that drug scene one way or the other. Any advice or suggestion for them to help them get out or find their passion?
Well, you know, people look to the things in the world to make them happy. You have to look at your talent and what's inside you to make you happy. And they have all of this opportunity here. This is not a place where people are suffering.
You mean America?
America is not a place where people are suffering, not that many of us. Not when you compare what we consider suffering to what the rest of the world considers suffering. There are places where 98% of the people in the whole country live on less than $1. Here we have all kinds of opportunity. We need to be able to see it clearly. We have to see our blessings.
Any advice for, again, parents who are dealing with young people too?
I think that parents need to work on listening to their children. You know, a lot of times, even when hip-hop, you hear the language and you say, so, oh, these people are saying these bad things. They worry about curse words more than they do cursed ideas.